when I was in high school. Um, they had a wonderful place that we were going to have a dance. And let's see, way back then, who was the
band? Was it? Oh,
it was
some big band.
yeah, very important.
Oh,
John, oh God.
the big famous one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll think of it.
Yes, and a lot of my friends were going to that, but that was going to be from 9 to midnight, you know? And I couldn't get Mom to say I could go. Well, this was in the summer, and I slept on we had a place in the porch, right from the
A screen porch like?
screen porch, yeah. And so I was there. I could have been there, but my boyfriend, and I wanted to get bicycles and just go there. You know?
To sneak away?
Yes. We did.
You did? To the dance.
We absolutely did.
Ooh, tell me about it.
Well, we went about a good 5 miles at least, both of us with our bikes, and we got to that place, and it was so exciting. Oh my God, beautiful stuff, and filled up with people, and it was just amazing. And we got home all right, and we stopped at one place where he had to go that way, and I had to go to my place, and that was that. And we had been rained on. I had my really, really wet clothes, and I had to find a place in the house that I could. I had a place in the dining room. I think something under there,
A little cupboard.
and I was worried that somebody would see that before it was dry and I could get rid of it or something.
That's funny.
And nobody ever in that family ever knew it.
Did you ever confess?
No.
Never?
Why? Never. I never did that. I didn't. I never did.
Was that the most rebellious thing you did?
That was.
It was. You were naughty.
Oh boy.
40. Wow. What was your house like?
Oh, the house, well, it was kind of small, but it was three plus in the downstairs.
3 stories? And the basement?
No, 2 and an attic and down. And it was pretty, I mean, it wasn't really big for us, but, the boys had their place, the girls had his, and Mom and Dad had the bigger place. And it was fine. And upstairs we had just a little bathroom. That's the only bathroom in the house, mind you. And we had the attic. We could put some things up there, but it was tough. But I loved it because behind the road we had a big thing like this here,
Like
out
a yard?
Beacon Street. out to Pekin Street.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we had a weekend they could come in this way. And in the back of the house it was nothing there except a very huge what do you- let me think. What do we call this? This is where people were. We had bed people. We had bed people back there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a huge. What's the name of that thing for?
Like a tent, not a tent,
No,
but a actual little outbuilding.
no. This
No.
is no.
A
This is
campground.
it's
kind
a
of?
huge thing for anybody there. I mean, it
For them to do what there?
they had they get their bodies in there, and they had something here. And
Headstones.
Headstones.
They had headstones, headstones on their bodies. Anybody could get them.
Cemetery.
on the bodies.
No. Cemetery.
It's cemetery.
There you go.
All right, there's the word.
There it is.
Now it was huge. It was years.
Is
I
this
mean,
in
what?
Boston or Newton or Woburn or
It's
where?
Newton.
Newton.
It was in Newton, and well, I guess it was partly in Woburn, but it was so big that I mean, it was probably 2 miles
Oh,
over, and huge.
that's huge. Oh,
And
that's a lot of depth.
beautiful. We had, you get there, we had hills even there. And in those hills, they'd have these amazing big places you could, I mean, and it was full of wonderful little words that people would put there.
Oh, you could read the little.
Yeah,
sayings
I mean,
they
it was
had.
just, and in the summertime, when I was a little kid, boy, I was able to take some water to out for the people that have to be working out there
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
And I would get under the sink, under this the thing. Well, I had to get underneath to get into the cemetery from my
Tunnel?
house.
Another tunnel?
Just underneath
A fence.
the fence.
Ah, yeah.
And it was just, I was a little kid and I could get under there and get the water too.
She'd bring him water.
And I was going back and taking water to them. And they loved me and I loved them and they were sweet to me and those are something.
Yeah, they
Special.
are good memories.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Wow, that's really good.
Helping me thank you so much for helping me try to find the word I want.
Hey, that was great though, and it's very
You've done great.
interesting watching you animated expressing it too, because you're finding the words or the idea. And it's neat. It's kind of a neat process.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I have a book here that says so.
What? What do you mean?
You're doing great. Especially for your age.
What were they talking about? Active aging, or what's the word?
Well, we have active aging.
Active aging, where you're actually proactive with, like, getting your needs met. Like you've been reorganizing your house and getting your alert system and making sure your phone works. proactive.
Oh, yeah.
Just taking charge.
Well,
It's been amazing watching you do that and learning stuff
mhm.
and doing stuff. So cool.
Yes, well, it is, to me, very cool because, I mean, sometimes, well, I don't know, for a while there, I was kind of worried to have to help for something.
To ask for help.
Yeah. And so I really figured this out. I mean, when I get over to, say, the people at my cell phone, the first thing I say is, now, I have to tell you, I'm a very old person, and you have to, you talk very slowly and make sure that I understand you.
Good for you.
That's great.
That's proactive.
Yeah,
You know?
that's one way to get your needs met.
How smart. How bold of you.
And
Very
they
self-assured.
seem to like it.
Yeah. Because you're communicating very well.
Instead of just, huh?
I bet you there's a lot of old people that come and it's like, no, you're very, very clear. So I'm impressed.
Well, I'm impressed too, and I'm glad that I can do as much as I can. And I've find some ways too. I'm going to have a book with me, nice book where I can just put something that I want put down right now, and I can remember it then.
Like thoughts or things you want to do or things you need.
Yeah, things out. Yeah,
Anything.
Yeah. And I think I'm doing pretty well on that. I mean,
I agree.
It's almost like, your doctor's messages to you alerted you to put you on high alert, and you stepped right up and you just started taking care of business. Instead of being a victim to anything, you got the medicine, you've got all kinds of stuff going on. And I think life's even better than it was 2 years ago, it seems.
Maybe. I think maybe.
Seems like.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish you could just teach classes and show people how
I know. Amazing. And then it feels good to do things that you can do that you might not have thought you can do. Like call those people and actually get something done, and it's good. You're so great.
Oh, I still need some help with getting in my new computer. If I want to do another Microsoft thing.
Like a Word document?
Yes. Sometimes I just can't seem to do it right so that I can get it the way I want it. And stuff like that. I might need a little help with that sometime.
You can probably set it up how you want and set it as the default.
And also give you a little instruction on how to make those changes you want to make. If you want to change the font or the margins or the page layout.
Well, yes, I kind of understand that, but it for some reason, I don't know. I just need to get somebody to teach me a little bit more.
Yeah. I'd love to take time with you on something like that. Yeah. Great.
Anything you need, we're here for you.
Boy, oh boy.
You've taught us well how to be there for people.
Well, what you've given is so much heart and so much kindness that I could never replace it in my life. I mean, the things that you have shown, me and my sister, for example, and how much you can just love us both completely through this past few months is just amazing. Yeah.
Well, I think the other thing that is so amazing is that the both of you realize that now.
Yeah. That your love is huge, is just beyond anything we've known, really, and that we could get so lucky to have you for the mother, and that you've lived this long, and really given us hope. Whether we ever get there or not, we can at least we have the hope.
Well, there's one thing I want you and I to do. Looking in your will and how it's going to be for you when this happens. And I want to be sure that we have all the wording that we need so that nobody else can say, this is what we're going to do. You know, and I want to be sure.
So there's no argument there?
Make a video of it.
Yeah, we could do a little separate whole video on that topic.
Well, we might
Or,
do that, but I want to just
have it clear
think
in
about
writing.
it. I want it really clear. And I know that, well, even, I mean, anybody that is in that position.
As an executor.
Yeah. He or she may not really understand some of the way the wording is. And maybe it's wouldn't know that you have a right for this, or that somebody else, just because there was another simple word, it means you're going to have a bad time. I don't want that happening. Not a bit.
I want everything to go just how you want it to. So I think if, everything gets executed the way you wish, and then hopefully will be no argument.
Well, now, we're in Florida, and one thing that I don't think I understand necessarily is maybe it's different from other places. And I don't know.
What do you mean, like?
Well, I can't put it in words now, but Maria came to that with David, and that there was one little word that almost made it impossible for her to do what she was supposed to do. And that, if that's true, I mean, if the world, if that could happen, I'd like to be sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe one thing we could do then is to go through your will and have you actually type out, dictate in writing what your interpretation of it is, and sign it. You know what I'm saying? And put that with it, so that I mean, maybe there's more we can do. And thank you for thinking of that.
Yeah, I just want that.
Your intentions would be
I really
filled.
don't want anybody to be able to come to you and say, "Oh no, you don't." No.
Right.
I don't care who it is, and I don't think it will be anybody. But
I hope not too. That's no time for that. I mean. I'll get angry if anybody starts a fight about that.
I don't want anybody getting angry either.
I know. Yeah.
So
that's good. Good thinking. You were so on the ball, I'll tell you. You got a lot on the ball there. Yeah. You're keeping up with it.
Yeah, you save us from ever having to come to you and say, so, about that will. You do it for us.
Great.
Well, I'm sure, I suppose that it's okay in his name. What is his name?
Scott.
Johnny. I guess he knows what he's doing.
I know he's pretty good, and we can. The lawyer who put her will together. And but we can still go ahead and look it over.
I think we should look and see the 3 people, and see if that's okay.
What 3 people?
You can tell her.
Oh, what? I'm not sure.
Well, the first one you are, and then who else?
I don't even remember.
We'll see. We better look at it.
Case in point.